up moving to Utah.
Yeah.
You get there, last year of high school, right? You're a senior. Before we dive into the whole football aspect, what was it like going from, again, one time zone to another, right? And just having to just adapt to like being at a new state for a year, right? That must have been crazy.
Yeah, it was wild. I just I had surgery after my junior year of high school. So when I went to St. George, I was like on crutches.
Yeah, it was your meniscus?
It's my meniscus, yeah. I tore my meniscus. I went out there. Like, we just looked around to, like, see how it was. Because we never been out there. And it was so breathtaking. I was like, whoa, I feel like I'm on another planet. Like, because I've never been to, like, desert with mountains like that before. And, like, the air, you can breathe
Felt
better.
fresh.
Yeah, like, it's different. It's so different out there. Like, if anybody has never been out to the West, I definitely recommend it. But being out there, it's so hot in the summer. Like, you feel like you're in an oven. Like, I think one time we practiced in like 120 degrees. And
that's crazy. Yeah, that's not good, man.
But
not good.
That's the reason why they allow that, is because the humidity is not as high as it is here.
Okay.
It's just dry heat. So that's the reason. So you can, like, I don't understand. You have to get adapted to breathing there when it's like hot. But like when it's regular, you can breathe perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely great views. The scenery is amazing. I lived like right in front of a canyon, so my backyard was a canyon. Dude.
Really? Hey, that's nice.
It was awesome. Like, and the people there are so nice. Everybody there is like Mormon, so like their government is based off the Mormon religion.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
And everybody's just so nice to you. They're like, hey, and they don't question, like, because. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm like one of 10 African Americans there, so it's not a lot of us there. And but a good thing is like it was a little diverse because of the amount of Polynesians that were there. There's a lot of Polynesians that live out there, but and nobody's like rude. Everybody's so kind to you. They just welcome you.
Yeah,
that's just how they are. So that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it definitely must have been a bit of a shock at first, though, when you first got there. And
most definitely.
Yeah, but hey, that's good. They welcome you to the open arms. And you mentioned it's a nice place. I looked up pictures before. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like, you're living there now? Like, that's a big change up from like Atlanta, Kansas, Georgia.
Yeah, it's so different. It's so different, yeah.
Career season.
Yeah.
Like, unreal season.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember the numbers. I just know you had a ton of touchdowns and a lot of yards. So what was that like?
The beginning of the season, so we got an offensive coordinator who he was the head coach. He used to be the head coach at BYU, and he was the offensive coordinator for the Bears a while back. And he was literally a pass-heavy offensive coordinator. And I don't think he realized he had a running back too. I'm like, bro,
when you have speedsters though,
I had
twins.
I had 2 receiving touchdowns my first game. I've never had like just receiving touchdowns. You just pass the ball all the time. Once our 2 receivers got hurt, he started running the ball. I'm like, well, look at that. So I started getting like a whole bunch of rushing touchdowns, and and you got to realize the kind of offensive line we have too. Like, these guys are blocking up to the safeties. Mm-hmm. Nobody, you know what I mean? So
they're pushing.
That's what I'm saying. Like with a running back,
it's like the Blind Side video where he's just moving 100 yards. Yeah,
mauling people. I technically call him a center. He kind of played every position. His name's Peter. He's at BYU as well, and he was a freaking beast. Like, he's awesome. I'm really good. He's one of my best friends right now to this day. Mm-hmm. But it was a process. He kind of figured it out. I think my head coach kind of like mentioned that to him, like, hey, you got a running back. You know, you can run the ball too. So I think I had like 10 rushing, like 10 carries rushing the first 2 games.
Like combined? That's
I was like, bro.
when you got Keith Adams in there, come on, you got to run the ball a few times.
Yeah, I had something like that. I'm like, geez.
Yeah. So did Were the McKinsey twins playing? Like, were they healthy when you were playing, or were they?
Yeah,
out
they
and
were.
never came
So,
because that must have been a dynamic offense if they were.
oh,
playing.
they were. It was awesome.
The three of
were
yeah,
launching it down the field.
the Pineview trio. You know?
Pineview trio.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So Marcus was more of a DB, and Dominique was a safety, and then they both played receiver. I think Dominique got hurt the fourth game. I think they both got hurt around, probably the same game, or one of them did. I can't remember. It was somewhere early in the season, and then like it was the longest like time. Then Marcus comes back for the playoffs, I believe, and then Dominique comes back for our last playoff game, but we still lost.
Yeah, I mean,
it was tragic.
Good. I mean, it was still a good season. Went to the semis.
Yeah,
upset some teams.
It was so much stuff that
that must have been a good playoff run.
Yeah. It was fun.
What was the difference between like Utah football and Georgia football?
Okay, I get this question a lot. So I will say that Georgia football is obviously really good. Utah-wise, you have very good players. Not a lot of people think Utah football is good over here. They just think it's all soft and everything. Literally, there's so many like great offensive linemen that come out of Utah. So many great players that come out of Utah, but like Oregon, BYU, Utah, all the Western teams take all those players. So nobody knows about them. That's what I'm saying. Like they're all going to those schools. It's just that everybody's so focused on the East. But there's really good players that come out of Utah. And it was really good competition. Like it wasn't like really any different from Georgia, if I'm being honest. I mean, obviously you have some positions who are like, it's whatever. But that was the same in Georgia too.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was a really big difference for me. But like Penei Sewell, you know what I mean? Like he played in the same region that I played.
Oh,
in.
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's what I mean. Like.
That's a big time.
You know
player
what I mean?
right
Like
yeah.
he's like what is it, second, third pick or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, all pro.
Literally
Lions,
from Utah.
so
That's what I'm trying to
dog.
tell people.
Yeah.
Yeah.